And this is Ken Kraetzer at Customer Engagement World in New York City. The Javits Center was in a great session about new technology being used to communicate with customers and drive sales. A chance to talk with David Weinstock, who is one of the speakers on a panel from MRY Advertising, a digital agency here in the area. And David, was kind of a neat session where the panel talked about some of the technology that's really being fast adopted and others which is taking a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options out there when you're trying to bring technology to advertisers and brands. I think that some of the ones that we really want to see take off are things like iBeacons and maybe RFID and some of that stuff. We've seen that coming to life in a lot of retailers, specifically iBeacon. Things that are falling a little bit behind are a lot of the wearables, things like Google Glass and stuff like that, because it's not really working out. There's no real specific purpose for each one of these things. Once we find specific purpose, then they'll really come to life. And so that's really what we're starting to see as far as trends.
Okay, and certainly apps are one of the types of communication that are said to really be dominating consumer time. Why are apps so important today?
Well, I think that they're incredibly personal. There's something that you feel like you need. It's a utility, and if you have it and it's doing something for you that's making your life easier in one way, shape, or form, then it becomes incredibly valuable. If it's an app that you're downloading and it's a one-time use, kind of like what Alton Brown would call like a mono tool or a uni tool, then it's something that you abandon very quickly. So apps can make our lives a lot easier and be really functional for us, or they can just be a waste of our time. So it's finding the difference between the two and getting the ones that work for you.
And one of the topics that a number of speakers have brought up to help retailers get to know their customers better and hopefully encourage them to visit their stores are the iBeacons. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, iBeacons are really a proximity sensor that lets you know whether or not you're in the area of an iBeacon, and then it can start pushing notifications towards you or reading the data of you being there. So, for instance, if you're in a store that has some sales that are going on right now and they identify you as walking in and looking at a specific shirt, because the iBeacon is near that shirt, they can pump you out a sale immediately about that shirt. So if they think that you're in the consideration set, they can customize a deal to you. Another thing that they can do is pull data. So if they see that a lot of people are sort of hanging around a certain area in the store, then all that data comes in. They can say, well, this is a very valuable area of our store. We should maybe pump up promotion or make it more exciting, or maybe put the sales sign there. We might drive more sales there. So that's what iBeacon can do. And it's a little device. It's really kind of tiny and pretty innocuous as far as consumers are concerned, but really handy for retailers. Okay,
and with the fourth quarter sales, holiday season, fast approaching, getting started, really. What are some of the things that consumers will see as far as how retailers and merchants want to communicate with them and also what they might see when they go in the stores?
In the stores, I think it's going to probably be fairly standard stuff. I don't think that's going to change terribly much, but I don't really know on that side of things. When it comes to digitally, I think that they're just going to be hard-pressed. A lot of sponsored posts, a lot of pushing paid media through Facebook and Twitter to try and pump their promotions up. And then, of course, there's going to be just the Black Friday deals and searching for that stuff, where I think you're going to see a tremendous amount of stuff happening in search that's just going to blow up.
Okay, David Weinstock, MRY in New York. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Sure. MRY is a digital and social agency where we really come up with ideas across the gamut. We're really a 360 agency trying to solve business problems for our clients, born from creative and technology coming together to really create really innovative ideas.
And what's your website address?
It's www.mry.com.
That's easy. David Weinstock, thank you. Great session here at Customer Engagement World in New York. And best wishes for you and your clients on the holiday season.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it.
It's Ken Kraetzer for CBSI in New York City at Customer Engagement.